Hey, 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 hey. That's my song. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Welcome to another amazing episode of the Culture and Chaos podcast, where politics meets the people's culture and the facts meet the fun. I'm your host, Jessica Cymone.
And I'm Santana. Let's break down this week's headlines, debunk myths, and dive into the chaos that shapes our world. What up, Jess?
What up, Santana? How you feeling today?
Jess, I'm not even gonna listen, I ain't even gonna hold you. Right. So, Juneteenth was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to all my black people.
Keep
I'm
it alive.
listen, I'm rooting for everybody black. Anyway, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday was Juneteenth, and I had a black AW. I don't know if we're in the window yet, so I'm gonna hold my tongue. I had a black time full of black joy, right? And part of that black joy for me, Jess, was trying a new bottle of Uncle Nearest that I found at the store. It was the rye. I've never had the rye.
Oh, really? That was
Yeah,
a little bit more spicy or something, right? Or drier.
Jess, I'm not a connoisseur, right? I don't know what the difference is. I just know like it was a blue bottle, it's 100 proof, and it's slap.
Well,
Oh,
send me
Jess.
that one.
Yeah, okay, I can do that. No,
No.
no,
I don't
no.
want no. I
You
don't. I
want
don't
the
drink rye.
premium one?
Yeah, I want the premium. I don't drink rye.
What's okay? So what's the deal with the rye? I don't know what that is. I
It,
don't know what it is.
it has a different type of taste. I think it's like either a little spicy or smoky or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the rye at all. I don't like the
Mm.
rye or the what's it called, wheat or something like that. I'm not a fan.
I don't know. Like for me, I always drink mine with like Coke, right? So
Hmm.
it's not like yeah, whatever. So it's covered up with the Coke. So
Hmm.
I don't taste any smoky or whatever the case may be.
Oh, okay. And then,
Yeah.
when if I drinking brown, I only like to drink, the premium stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
usually have it with some Coke too. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah. So we're gonna see what happens. I legitimately I woke up this morning. I had a couple of meetings, blah blah blah, and then after I had my first cup of coffee, I was looking down and I was trying to do like some edits, and I looked up and I was like, "Am I drunk? What just happened?" Did you know how you like feel like you swimming? And I stood up and I was like, "Hold on, am I drunk? What is happening?" So we'll see what happens, Jess.
Well, good luck with what when remember, whenever it comes off the wait list, I want to try
I
that.
got and listen, like the ride's cool, but the premium is a different breed. Like
Mhm.
the premium legitimately is, and Hector tell you, like Hector, I saw Hector on live the other night, drinking the premium.
Mm.
And I said, "Oh, he is like, nah, he is not good. He is not good." He kept taking them sips, and I was like, "Yeah, he's not good."
Don't take another one. Y'all should have called me in
Listen,
there so I can come see.
listen. Anyway, Jessica Simone, Birdie told me it was your birthday.
It's your birthday, girl.
Hey!
It's your birthday. It's your birthday, girl.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Guys, for those who are watching live and even those who are watching it back, first and foremost, thank you for being here with us. But if you're watching live, put it in the chat. Happy birthday, Jessica Simone. If you are watching this back on YouTube, make sure that you go back and send Jessica Simone a happy birthday because today is Jessica Simone's birthday and today we will celebrate her all day in every way, shape, and form. So I know she said that she's going to be live pretty much all day, especially catch her over on her TikTok. Make sure that you guys find some time, stop in, and show Jessica Simone some love. Make sure you hit her Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links. Get in, shoot some gift, just positive vibes, all the good energy. Jessica, happy birthday.
Thank you, family. Our Culture and Chaos family. The family over there that are listening to you but still can't even hear me. Tell them I said thank you. As well as the royal family. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate
I hit that shit.
you.
What you know? What you know? Jess, what do you like? What do you got planned? I know you're going live today. Like, what's the deal? What are you doing for your birthday? Any birthday plans this weekend? What are you getting into?
I just really appreciate all of you guys. So I'm excited to go live and spend it with all of you guys who have been very instrumental um in this journey, especially in the last year here in the podcast as well. And I'm going to go around and get all my free shit, your free cupcakes,
I
your
love free
free
shit, Jess.
Sephora, your free appetizers at PF Chang's, everything. I get something free. I've signed up for everything. Benihana's
You
giving
guys
you
got Firehouse up there?
yes.
Another
Free
one.
Firehouse.
Okay, what I get there?
I think you get like a half a sub or something.
Yeah, I'm going
Like a
there.
free.
They trying to make me
Listen,
fat. Buffalo
go get your
Wild
free
Wings,
shit.
Hooters. Hooters give you a 10-piece. Buffalo Wings give you 6 wings. So I'm going to get all my free stuff.
Let me say this real quick, Jess. I know that people think like men just like Hooters because whatever, right? Hooters legitimately has some of the best wings that you will ever eat. Like
Especially when you get
back when
them
I
fried hard, that
oh,
real crunch on there. Ooh.
just back when I was in South Carolina and there was a place that I used to work and I would take my employees out to lunch on Mondays. I think it was Mondays, and I would take them to Hooters because they had like an all you could eat wing special.
Mhm.
We'd be in that thing demolishing it, just demolishing the wings.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love their wings and I can't eat as much, but I do eat a lot. It's weird. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'll get like a little kids meal and get that with the fries and it come with a drink for like $5, $6 or whatever like that. But they free today. So
Yeah. I know. You better go get your free shit, Jess.
and I think I'm gonna go to the casino, you guys. So if y'all want to send me some casino cash, send it to my Cash App or my Venmo.
I know that's right. What is your Cash App Venmo? We can't remember. We maybe
Oh, it's I'm Jessica Cymone. I am JessiccaCymone. Just in case you forgot or didn't know or was looking or asking.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate somebody put it in the chat.
yeah,
But yeah, if y'all
yeah.
want to send me some casino money, okay, so I can bet it on black.
I know that's right. Always bet on black.
Fuck you talking about? Yes,
Always,
casino.
always,
Thank you, Alex.
always bet on black.
Mhm.
Well, Jess, we will continue to celebrate you. But at the same time, I think that we gotta kind of get into it. Kind
Quick
of get
question
into
before
it.
we get into it.
Sure.
Hooters wings or strip club wings?
Depends on the strip club.
Two. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Listen. Are we talking Magic City? Because if we're talking Magic City, lemon pepper wet. Mm, they don't miss.
King of
They don't
Diamonds.
miss, Jess.
King of Diamonds. I don't know if you
Mm,
ever been to King of Diamonds.
really?
Yeah.
You think King of Diamonds is better than Magic City
It was
Wings?
a food truck outside before when we left. I don't
Huh.
know.
Hmm. I don't know about them. Atlanta has great wings anyway.
Yeah.
Like legitimately all across the board. Like
They got great food.
yeah,
Even
they do.
McDonald's is
Atlanta does like wings and hookah. Like you can get wings and hookah anywhere.
all day. All
Yeah.
day. Okay. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. My bad, y'all. Thank y'all so much for all the birthday love. I appreciate you. It feels good to kind of get have a little go in light before we get into this week in Trump's America.
This weekend. Yeah. Well, before we even get into this week's in Trump America, we need to rewind and pull the comment from last week. So let's can we get the comment of the week for last week? Because the comment of the week from last week, yeah, Hector Talk. Every single thing produced by AI needs to be labeled as such. There should never be any confusion. Just so this came from the conversation we were talking about, like, the development of AI and all this other stuff. And then I know you and I kind of started talking about it, and we talked about like the Nick Fuentes deep fake video that was out and the RFK. Have you seen the newest shit that's going around TikTok?
I have not. Do we have?
They have whole AI videos of black women.
Hold on, what?
And it looks real. And they not only have they been able to emulate the voice, the lips, the looks, The only place that they fuck up is they have them like eating, like doing like mukbangs or whatever, and they have them eating, and then they take the like this one. She had like a piece of fried chicken. She takes the chicken and then just like inhales it, like the whole thing. All this shit, yeah. All this is AI. If you're looking at the page right, it's all AI. This is not real.
Death is seeking you at the bingo table.
That's not real, Jess. Watch the video when they eat. Watch.
Shut the fuck up and sit down and finish this damn food. Oh shit, this chicken ain't crispy.
Oh, they didn't put it in there.
I literally just watched a video right before I got live. I was scrolling through TikTok.
And this one, watch. Like,
damn, this tastes.
And it's interesting, Jess. This is what's interesting to me.
Flag that and pull it down.
Hold on. No, they're not. They're not. You know what's really interesting to me, Jess? They're all black women.
Mm-hmm.
Why are all these AI videos of black women?
Cussing people out. Because I thought it was real.
No.
I just watched a video when the black women were working for McDonald's and tell them, shut the fuck up, bitch.
No.
Bitches still
like
hating
this.
About my last dude. Sis, I'm with somebody new now. Catch up.
Get that camera out my face. I just wanted some coochie out the queen hoe.
Can't get no coochie out the queen.
It's interesting how, and just these TikTok videos have millions of views. Millions of views. It's interesting how they chose to not only create these videos, these AI videos of black people, and not only are the AI videos of black people, but they're like super ignorant.
Trying to control the narrative. Yep.
And not only are they super ignorant, getting millions of views, but there's no flags. They're not taking them down.
That's what I was about to say.
No. They're all up and they're circulating everywhere.
But as soon as we say something, we say white. God forbid we say white on live or kill. We get flagged. We get restricted. Demonetized.
So can we put the comment of the week back up one more time? Can we put the comment of the week back up one more time? When I tell you, Hector, shout out to Hector Talk. I don't know if he's here. He's normally watching on live. When I tell you he was clairvoyant when he actually made this comment last week, because this was before all those videos started to pop off, Jess.
I never even questioned it. I looked at it. I said, why would they I assumed it was a commercial. I said, why would they make a commercial like this? This does not promote McDonald's. And why are they not getting fucking flagged for that? That's the deregulation that we were talking about. And what Trump wants to do, that's in that big ass fucking bill.
Yeah. Just
wow.
And the interesting part, and so more people have now been starting to post like AI then versus AI now, and how it's started to shift. And Jess, this is not good. This is not good. It's not good.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I just, again, I find it super interesting.
That it's all black women, right?
Maybe it's just me.
So until the person that's creating the AI just turns it into a white face, then they'll start taking it down, huh? When you have the white lady on there cussing it out and talking about how she loves her fried chicken and how she's marrying her cousin. How she's marrying her cousin and her brother is her son as well. Then all of a sudden they'll be like, you know what? We have to regulate this. We can't take it down. So if you smart AI people out there, there's one for you. I said what I said.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
Yeah. All of this, I think it's very well fitting that we go from this to the name of what we're getting into, which is this week's in Trump's America, because I'm telling you, like, fucking AI, the way that things are shifting, like this is absolutely Trump's America. But Jess, let's get started, because as wild of a week that we had Donald Timothy Trump last week, I don't think he had such a great week. It started off with his weekend started off with a fizzle for him
Mm-hmm.
with that sad ass military parade.
I almost looked like he was falling asleep at his own parade.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm glad it went the way that it went. Okay, it cost
yeah,
us tens of millions and featured thousands of soldiers when they could be at work. I thought the border was so needed so many soldiers there. Why are you pulling them so they could be at your fucking party? But shout out to the soldiers. I don't know if they did it purposely, or unintentionally, but them not being on cue, them being sloppy all across the parade. I love that. I love that for him. Because he
yeah,
want him to
yeah,
stand straight up. He want to be like Kim Jong Un.
yeah. He does, and you know what's interesting, Jess? Like I so this actual military parade was planned originally by the Biden-Harris administration, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was supposed to be an actual modest celebration. It was supposed to be like 300 soldiers, a couple of different like speakers, and you know, like something decent.
Yeah.
And then Donald Trump came in and said, blow it all up, blow it out, make it the biggest, grandiose thing that you can possibly be. And I really, really, really love the fact that it basically shat the bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I legitimately think that the soldiers did that on purpose. You
Me
can't
too.
tell me this.
They're always in formation. Just somebody who's been like all my family's been military. Most of my family, they're always in formation. They're always sharp. They're always doing what they did it on purpose. And I want to say thank you. This gives me a little bit of hope that y'all won't be turning against us because he said so.
Yeah, I mean, like he's you know is the wannabe dictator, right? But like the thing that I have the most problem with is using our military as puppets,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's a problem.
Because he
That's a
don't
problem.
respect them.
No, he absolutely does not respect the military, which you know, commander in chief. But I don't know. But you know what? I, he he doesn't respect the military, but I think also at the same time that he was having this military parade, the world showed him just that they don't respect him.
Mm-hmm. They were drawing all of the attention across the entire world with the No Kings protest. And I just want to
Mhm.
say that's how you do it. Organize it across the entire. Nobody's watching you, Trump. Nobody's there. We're
Yep.
all supporting either you're supporting the people who are protesting, you're out there protesting, helping out in some type of way. Yeah. That was what was getting the coverage while he was having his alleged parade.
Yeah. No. Just the interesting thing about like all of this to me, because you know, I kind of viewed it in a silo at first and thinking that, oh, it's just an American thing. And then, I'm sorry, at first I was wondering like how was it going to look in my city or in certain states. And then I saw it start to blow out and blow out and blow out. And then because I went out to a protest myself, and I know there was like a whole contentious thing with like black people, like,
Mhm.
are we not, da 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 da. And I went out, it was really good. And I got back in, and then I realized I started looking at other protests across the country. And then I realized that it's not about, you know, us in the US. There's protests all around the world.
Mm.
Like literally they had these No Kings protests all around the world, Jess.
I love it. That really, I don't even know if you can see, probably not, gave me goosebumps. Like my hairs just stood up on my arm. Let me see. I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, my hairs just stood up on my, gave me goosebumps. Oh my goodness. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I like the one thing that I legitimately appreciate is the fact that like I know there's oftentimes that we end up being the ones that are like protesting and supporting other countries and all this other stuff.
It feels
Love it.
good to have
I fucking
them.
love it. Exactly.
It feels good to feel it. Know that
The
you're
rest of the
supported.
world is saying like this tyrant that has taken control of the White House is unacceptable.
Because it
It's
affects
unacceptable.
everybody. It affects
Yep.
everybody in the entire world. And I just want
So
to say I appreciate all the love that you guys send because we need it.
yeah.
We need it. They understand. First they came for. At first they came. Is that what it's called? The poem.
Oh yeah,
First
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
came.
First thing, yep, yep. That's
Mm-hmm.
exactly it. That's
Yes.
exactly it.
And they understand that, like, nah, bitch, let's go ahead. We got your back right now, and which I can appreciate too.
Yeah,
And you know
yeah.
what? Somebody said something about AI. They're using AI to make the protest in LA look worse than what it was.
You know, yeah. I don't know if that's true or not. I wouldn't be shocked.
I mean, we wouldn't know, but I wonder, is that the reason why he don't want regulations so that they could, when they do fucked up shit, be like, oh,
Well, so
that
you
was
remember I
AI, it
told
wasn't
you.
us.
You remember when I told you, like, in our production meeting, I was like, I got a conspiracy theory and I'll hold it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jess, did you know that the White House has now officially stopped keeping transcripts of anything that Donald Trump actually says? Right? So whenever he has like interviews and all this other stuff, they usually have the actual transcripts documented, right? And they stopped doing that, right? And not only did they stop doing that, but in this quote unquote big beautiful bill, they're trying to put a federal regulation on AI for 10 years where states can't regulate it. It's only controlled by the federal government, right? My thoughts, conspiracy theories, because they already try to say, oh, Trump doesn't say this or he doesn't do that or whatever, whatever. And the way that these deep fakes are going, right? I mean, like the videos that I just showed you, the videos we talked about, I think that they're going to try to use this for revisionist history, right? He didn't say that.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. That's not true. It's a lie. It's fake. It's AI to manipulate the story. So if they want something to either say that it happened or want something to say that it didn't happen, they can use that. That's why they're trying to get rid of the official documents as far because videos, you can always say, oh, they're doctored, they're edited, they're AI.
Yeah.
But if you have the official transcript, the words to read, that's what I think's happening, Jess. That's my conspiracy theory.
Hey, I'm with you on that. I didn't even know that they're not taking they doing away with the transcripts. That makes sense because he allowed time like he said this and he said that. And he like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Prove it. Because it ain't about what you know, it's about what you can prove.
It ain't about what you know, it's about what you can prove. Fucking favorite movie.
Yeah, that's fire. If you know what movie that is, put it in the chat, you guys.
Yeah. Speaking of what you can prove, you know what I just what just was like literally just proven?
What?
It's just proven that Tucker Carlson is an actual journalist when he wants to be, and he's just been shilling out. Because Tucker Carlson fucking gave Ted Cruz that work. Tucker Carlson and Ted Cruz fiery interviews saw the pair clash over amnesty, Iran, and the Bible, and Jess.
He was whooping feet.
I felt like there was one part where Tucker Carlson was gonna be like, "Gotcha, bitch," because when he got Ted Cruz to admit that the U.S. is currently working with Israel to bomb Iran,
after we said we wasn't,
he said, "Wait, so are you saying we're involved? Oh, that's a big story.
That's breaking news right now, live. Oh, do we have that video?
That was wild, Jess.
I loved every second of it. I'm not a Tucker Carlson fan, and I'm not now, but he did his job. And that's the thing. Donald Trump is dumbing down everybody, the journalists, the staff. Everybody has to act dumb and kiss ass that they can't even do their job, and you don't even know how great you could be. But go ahead.
Well, no, absolutely not, Jack. Absolutely not. No, we are not giving them that. No, hell no.
Well, the administration is just
Jess. They are making the conscious decision to sell their souls. That's what's happening. Tucker Carlson, this is not my point was, this is not something that Tucker Carlson had an epiphany. It's not something where he just like learned a new skill. He has been selling out for the Trump administration, for the Republican Party. They're selling out for the Republican Party. And when they get far enough and they don't have to sell out anymore, that's when you can see it. So yeah, he did this, but we need to continue to hold him accountable. Just like a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about Elon, we need, and people are like, oh, you're going to start like, no, fuck Elon too. But we need to hold all of them accountable.
Because I got something to say. After we watched this video, I got something to say about Tucker Carlson as well, because if you guys don't know, the documents just came out from the Dominion case against Fox News when they had to pay $787 million for a defamation, lying, saying that the election was rigged when it wasn't. But play the tape.
Yeah.
I don't. How many people live in Iran, by the way? I don't know the population at all. No, I don't know the population. You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple? How many people live in Iran? 92 million. Okay. Yeah. How could you not know that? I don't sit around memorizing population tables. Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government. Why is it relevant whether it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant? Because if you don't know anything about the country... I didn't say I don't know anything about the country. What's the ethnic mix? They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay, it's not even... You don't know anything about Iran. So okay, I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran. You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government. You're the one who claims anything about the country. No, you don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims they're not trying to murder Donald Trump. You're the one who can't figure out if it was a good idea to kill General Soleimani, and you said it was bad. They're trying to murder Trump. Yes, I do. Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that, we're carrying out military strikes today. You said Israel was. Right, with our help. I said we. Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them. Well, you're breaking news here, because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied on behalf of Trump that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive capacity. No, we're not bombing them. Israel's bombing them. You just said we were. We are supporting Israel. High stakes. You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war with Iran right now, people are listening. Okay. How many people? Bruh. I don't know the population at all. No, I don't know the population.
I'm so embarrassed to be from Texas right now. I am so embarrassed that he is in office. And you know what? I think we focus so much on the efficiency of the presidential election that we don't look into the senator race or the House of Representatives and see if there's some cheating there. Because how the fuck is Ted Cruz still a senator? That just proves you don't know shit.
I get how he's a senator, because you know what it is. I was having this conversation the other day. Like, there's a lot of people that they have name recognition, and then they get to the point where people continue to vote for him just because that's what they know, and they know Ted Cruz's name, and they're willing to vote for Ted Cruz. Like, that was the thing with like Strom Thurmond in South Carolina, which I'm from, and even like Lindsey Graham right now. People just keep voting for them over and over and over because that's who they know.
That's sad.
Yeah.
He knows nothing. And then you just spoke directly against what the administration just said, like literally just said. So you don't know nothing, or you letting out top secrets. You should shut the fuck up.
Yep. No. And the whole thing for me, right, is Jess, one of the big things for the actual the lawsuit, right? The lawsuit where Fox News got sued for like almost $1 billion, and then they had to settle. They had to admit that they're not a news company, right? They had to admit that they're an entertainment company, and with admitting that they're an entertainment company, they also said that they're quote unquote entertainers, they're journalists. No one should actually take anything that they say serious. They didn't have the expectation of anyone taking their people serious. Like that was like a thing. And now, more than anything, it shows like all of this is a work. I don't know if you know what that term means, Jess, a work?
A work?
Okay, so I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling fan. And there's two things, right? There's a work and there's a shoot. Right? And sometimes you work yourself into a shoot. Yeah, there's a heel face. Mm-hmm. So a work is like a situation that looks real, but they manipulate it because it's all, you know, a part of the entertainment aspect of wrestling. Mm-hmm. Now, a shoot is something that looks real and is real, but it's not supposed to be real. Right? Mm-hmm. So there are certain times where like wrestlers, they really have beef with each other. They got smoke with each other, and they're supposed to like, you know, they're supposed to pull their punches or whatever. And you end up, you know, giving somebody a receipt and you actually hit them in the mouth. Mm-hmm. Like you actually, yeah.
Yeah. Like and you weren't supposed to do that.
Yeah. And so anyway, I say all that to say, the whole thing that Tucker Carlson proved is that Fox News and the way that they try to deliver all of it, it's all a work. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. And they've been shilling out for the Republican Party and for the Trump administration.
Hey, come on now. It makes sense. Wasn't Donald Trump on WWE?
He was. It's in the WWE Hall of Fame. It makes me embarrassed. He's actually in the WWE Hall of Fame.
What?
Yep. They put him in the WWE Hall of Fame. You know, him and like Vince McMahon are really big. That's why Linda McMahon is the that's what I'm about to say. That was gonna be my secretary of or the head of the Department of Education. Like, yeah.
I got some thoughts, but they probably are very, very inappropriate for even the YouTube. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But Jess, I mean, like speaking of WWE and speaking of, you know, the back and forth, right? Yeah. Like look at he took the fucking worst stunner ever. How do you flub a stunner that much? Like he couldn't even take the look. So bad. So bad. So that's a work, Jess. Like, you know that this is supposed to happen. You're supposed to sell it. Couldn't even do it.
And they put him in the Hall of Fame. It's wild.
Couldn't even do it.
Oh my goodness. Oh shit. Yeah. Baby, you can't make this shit up. Okay?
You cannot make it up. Cannot make it up. But Jess, you know, I mean, speaking of WWE style SmackDowns, Jess, did you see that we got a new battle? Because we're not just talking about, you know, Israel versus Iran. We're talking Trump versus Gabbard.
I didn't see that one coming. None of them. I knew the Elon Musk and the Trump thing was coming at some point, but I didn't see this one coming. I didn't see this one coming. Knowing what everybody knows about her allegedly or possibly being an asset for Russia. I didn't see her seeming to be anti-war unless she's spreading misinformation so that Iran can have a leg up, but I don't see why she would do that. But if you guys don't know that the shadow war, I was reading it. The shadow war raging between in DC over Iran pits Donald Trump versus Tulsi Gabbard. They're kind of winging it any given hour. Now, if you guys don't know, Tulsi Gabbard is against Iran, right? The war in Iran. You know,
Iran.
Iran. Yeah. Ooh, I said that's sexy. Okay, sorry, y'all. Iran. And Donald Trump obviously want to go to war allegedly in 2 weeks. They're so close. We should wait 2 weeks. If they're so close, why you won't go now? But that's a whole nother story. So allegedly, I was reading about it some more this morning, and allegedly they've been kind of keeping her out of some of the meetings, possibly.
No, like they froze her out in a lot of different aspects, even when they were at Camp David, and they were actually like going over the information, planning, and all this other stuff. She was not invited. They like legit. Like, how do you actually have conversations about possible war and you leave your head of intelligence out of the conversation?
Somebody said that she had to do training because she's still a National Guard. I'm like, she's the head of the intelligence agency. She could skip out on fucking National Guard training. She don't have to be there. Yeah. And you know, he did that same thing. He doesn't listen to us. right?
Yeah.
He only
Yeah.
listens to other foreign leaders like Netanyahu
Mm-hmm.
or Putin, which is crazy. Because
Yeah.
when they told
He
him that,
listens to authoritarians.
yeah. So it sounds like he's their puppet. Like your own intelligence saying, no, I don't think they have nuclear weapons. We're probably doing this for no reason. Like, I don't care what she says. I don't care that her whole agencies, this is their job to find this information. BB said otherwise. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This
Well,
shit.
and so what's interesting, and I've been saying this over and over, just like the most interesting thing to me about all of this is technically, Trump said don't do it. Donald Trump told Bibi Netanyahu, like, hey, like, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think you guys should do it. Don't bomb them. And Bibi Netanyahu's like, nah, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Mm.
I'm gonna do it anyway. And that speaks to, because Trump supporters love to say, oh, he's so strong, and people respect him. No, they don't. Bibi Netanyahu went directly against what Donald Trump said to do and made the decision to do it anyway.
See, I didn't even know Trump told him not to do it initially.
Yeah. Yeah. Trump not only told him, like, so I don't know if you saw this because this broke yesterday, but the actual, they said that they're not negotiating, but the U.S. diplomats are now in conversation with Iran, and so they're hoping that there'll be an end to this conflict. But yeah, they're trying to figure it out. But they don't respect Donald Trump.
So, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't Iran fire back?
Yeah. Oh, they've been carpet bombing. I mean, like, they have let it fly. So,
damn.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And again, it speaks to the fact that the United States has lost a certain shine on the world stage, and that Donald Trump is a weak leader.
Heavy on the weak leader. Heavy on the weak leader. And it's crazy that just not too long ago, they were the ones doing it to another country.
Yeah.
And now somebody's doing it to them. That's
interesting.
That's
interesting. I mean, but Jess, so the thing that really worries me though, like in this time when you talk about possible military conflicts, when you talk about possible wars, and you talk about weak leadership, then you have someone like Pete Hegseth at the lead, at the top of our Department of Defense, and then he's literally testifying, and he says stuff like, we'll see when it comes to if Trump admins follow the Supreme Court decision, if they talk about like not being able to send troops into certain cities, because Donald Trump has shifted his narrative, right, with the mass deportation, and said that we want to focus on quote unquote democratic cities, and he also has backed off on the need to get like farmers or undocumented immigrants that works on farms or the service industry. But for the head of the Department of Defense to say, I don't know, maybe we will, maybe we won't listen to the orders from the Supreme Court,
which is crazy. Maybe we'll follow the law, maybe we won't. We do what we want. I'm just here for formality. We're not really going to follow your lead. We're going to do what we want anyway. I thought that was the party of law and order.
They gave that up when they elected a felon, 34 count felon. They can no longer claim to be the party of law and order. They can't be claimed to be like the party of smaller government. They can't claim any of that, Jess. They can't like none of that is their shtick anymore, Jess. They don't believe in family values. Like none of that is their shtick anymore. They can't claim any of it, Jess.
Not one bit, because I'm like, it don't even make sense that they yell about, like, they're not doing it the right way. They're breaking the law. So is your president.
Yep.
So is your president. I'm like, oh, that's trumped up charges. What are the charges? I don't know. They're just after him.
I don't know. They're made up by the Democrat, the liberal judge. The liberal judge did it. Bunch of libbies. Yeah, sounds stupid.
Oh my God, they kill me. But I always appreciate those people who are foreign who be standing on business. Cause shout out to Canada, because I know he was out there at the G7 and he was running his mouth in front of the cameras and they had to cut him out. It's like, hey, bro, you out here talking just a little bit too much, okay?
Well, yeah, then just so the G7, right? But before even that, because he did some weird stuff before he went to the G7. So before he went to the G7, Jess, did you see how that they actually put sanctions on the Mexico cartel?
Oh, you know what? Yes.
Like,
Yes.
the fact that the U.S. sanctions the CJNG leaders, citing TikTok influencers for, right? It's mind blowing that specifically the United States government is putting sanctions on cartels instead of actually putting it on other governments.
Maybe like Russia. Maybe. Just the ones that we allegedly we allegedly don't like, who are very detrimental to our country, But I guess we're not really here for putting America first.
We're not.
Anytime he frees somebody money, I always think it's because he want it.
Yep.
And he's so broke. He do broke bitch shit.
No, I disagree. He do scammer shit. Jess.
He do. That's what I'm saying. Y'all can't see the play. Can't nobody see the play. It wasn't even like a good play.
Yep.
That was even before he got elected, when everybody just kept on saying like, "Oh no, he's gonna do this. He's gonna make America great again. He's gonna, open the." Well, he ain't deporting nobody. He's starting all this shit. Biden already still ahead of him. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. I just, and again, after he did that, you're right. He went to the G7, and that's where it got wicked. That's where it got wicked, because with him going to the G7, first and foremost, like, he didn't even stay for the full thing. Like, how you go to something that you're supposed to like be a headliner for, and then you leave early?
I think that once he cut him off when he was rambling on the thing, he's like, I don't want to be here anymore.
You know what? Fuck it, I'll leave. How dare you cut me off? Usually I do this for 5 hours back at home. You only gonna give me 10 minutes? Nobody want to hear that shit.
But if y'all remember the first time he was in office and he went to like he went somewhere. They had one of those big old where all the foreign leaders go. I don't even think it was the G7.
No, it was the UN summit. Yeah. He went to speak in front of the UN.
At the reception, they were like, "Did you see him in front of the cameras?" I'm like, "He's there all day." Like, they were laughing at him.
They laughed at him because he made the comment talking about like how America has never been, as great or strong or whatever as it is under his leadership, and they thought it was a joke. And then he looked around, he was like, "I didn't think that was funny, but I guess I'm just funny." No, they're not laughing with you; they're laughing at you.
I was hollering, "They're not your friend."
No. You're
not funny. You're funny looking. And then they literally caught him on like the little mice, like, "Damn, did you see him in front of the cameras?" I'm like, "Who do you think he is?" Yeah. And they were laughing at him. And I have the videos in my Discord just for y'all who are looking for it. Okay. Oh,
1 year ago, I stood before you for the first time.
Look at this stupid face. He just has such a stupid face.
I addressed the threats facing our world, and I presented a vision to achieve a brighter future.
How can you have such a big mouth and a small mouth at the same time?
Today, I stand before the United Nations General Assembly to share the extraordinary progress we've made. In less than 2 years, my administration has accomplished more than
like the way he squints his eyes, he thinks that shit's sexy.
In the history
he thinks
of our
like he's giving
like
him blue steel or something. Yeah, exactly.
So true.
They laugh. Hold on. Heck, running back. Just
did you see the stupid look on his face though? He was like,
"Okay." So true.
Hold on. I'm sorry. A little bit more.
History of our country. America's so true. Didn't expect that reaction, but that's okay.
Yeah. Who do you think you are?
They're laughing at you, bud.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
yeah, Jess, I mean, like that happened. And then, fast forward, it got even more wicked because when Donnie left, right? He left and they said, you know what? We got to upgrade anyway and put Zelensky in his seat.
Nasty work. Okay. W. Zelensky's in the chat. Okay.
Jess,
Because he out there doing his big one.
Jess, how the song go? Upgrade and upgrade and that's an upgrade. That's an upgrade. I'm sorry. It is what it is. He is absolutely an upgrade. So
Baby,
there's
let
that.
me upgrade you.
Yeah. But Jess, I mean, like
after that thing with at the Oval Office when they tried to play him and he was staying on business, it make you look even cuter, Zelensky. Okay.
Listen,
Kamala Harris.
You know what? I heard an amazing. I heard an amazing quote, and I'm gonna start using it more. You tell. Hold on. No, hold on. You tell a strong man a lie, and he gets mad. You tell a strong man a lie, he gets mad. You tell a weak man a lie, and he gets mad. Hold on, I fucked that up. I messed it up. Wrong. Sorry. Oh my God! You tell it. I know we lied, but like cut that part out. Didn't nobody hear that? Didn't nobody hear that? You tell a strong man a lie, and it angers him. But if you tell a weak man the truth, he gets mad.
Now that sound about right.
That's what I meant.
That sound about right. Okay, and then just we've done these political conversations and debates, sparring all over the last like 6, 7, 8 months. And every time you try to present them with the truth, you start yelling, cussing you out.
They get so mad, Jess. It's because they're weak. They're fragile. They're snowflakes. But Jess, like you see that there's leadership on the world stage all around, and different people that they're really trying to advance the world in better situations. And I would still like to think that the United States is one of those leaders, one of those countries within the world where we're still doing things, and certain stuff kind of gives me hope. Like having the first worldwide approved FDA twice a year preventable HIV shot. But Jess, I don't trust this government. The fact that it's coming out under the Trump administration and under the Trump FDA.
I don't know, because y'all just roll back all the other stuff so they can get HIV medicine. Then you're gonna tell me there's a shot. It's not like the Tuskegee experiment to me.
Yeah.
Don't do Just it.
The way that RFK Jr. is like, I don't like shots. I don't like shots. But now we got
Don't believe it. Don't fall for that shit.
Don't do it. Please don't do it.
I don't like this shit at all. What movie is
Jess, I'm like, I want to celebrate it because it is like an actual scientific achievement. I just don't know if we're gonna be walking around with like lizard people soon. Like it's lizard people about to be a thing, because I feel like lizard people might be about to be. I think we might be on the cusp.
Maybe they like, I'm kind of hiding under the earth. I want to come out. How can we do it?
We're all about to be lizard people if we start. I'm telling you, I don't want to sound like conspiracy theorists. It's not that I think that they're trying to turn us into lizard people on purpose, hey guys, but I do think that they're so dumb that we might end up being lizard people.
I'm hollering now. I'm gonna go buy me a lizard mask.
Yeah.
And every time they say something crazy on my live, I'm gonna put on the lizard. You know how you
Yeah.
put on the 10-4? I'm put on the lizard
Yeah.
man.
I'm telling you, I legitimately, again, not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but like I don't have. I feel like, you know how like a lot of superheroes get their powers from like accidents, you know,
Yes.
like the Hulk, right, was exposed to gamma radiation. Like we're gonna end up accidentally turning into lizard people trying to get, you know, these shots under the Trump administration. So
Because I always say if something happened to me, I'm probably gonna get my superpowers. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Shout out to is it Ironheart? Ironheart comes out June 24th, produced by
does
Ryan
it?
Coogler. I'm sorry,
Does it
I'm
come out
off
on?
topic. June 24th, produced by Ryan Coogler. It's about a young black girl who could possibly
Be the
be
next
like
Iron
the
Man.
next Iron Man. You
Yeah,
guys, make
Ironheart
sure y'all
stand on
support it.
business.
Okay. Ryan, everything he touched. Mwah, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be the next Ryan Coogler. Watch.
Yeah, he's absolutely a genius. But just like again, and then I know we're taking a look at. I have hope for the United States, and for as much as like, for as much as I'm like, you know, the U.S. I don't know if I really can count on their medical. We can definitely count on their military, and even more so selling military assets to other countries. Jess, did you see that this week in business, there's a U.S. defense firm that's chasing the European military spending wave, you know, because the U.S. is now forcing Europe to actually do more because we're pulling away from Ukraine. And so they have to actually ramp up their militaries because they don't know if the U.S. are actually partners anymore.
And allegedly, that's when Bush owned his private military company and then sent us into war so that they could ramp up and make money off of that. Do you think that they're doing all of this shit and this back and forth so that they could monetize?
Yeah, I
Get
mean, we
profit?
understand like the military industrial complex, right? We know for a fact that the military is a
Hard to
moneymaker.
sell weapons with no war.
Exactly. Exactly. So sometimes you got to kick the hive in order to stir up the bees,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can get the honey.
Mm.
Bars.
Mm.
But no, just I mean, like, yeah, I think you're gonna see like a uptick of those companies trying to take advantage of like the conflicts that are happening all around the world because that's what, you know, that's how they make their money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just
So
because I think and I know they're making money all around the world, but not in fucking America, right? Because Donald Trump said he was bringing jobs back to America.
that's
America
what they
is
said,
going to make
just
money. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't Nippon Steels, didn't they just purchase
Nippon
Nippon?
Steel.
I like nipple.
You
No, I'm
said,
just
did you say
kidding.
nipple steel? Ain't no
Nipple
way,
steel
Jess.
skin.
Oh my God!
We got nipple steels.
Nipples. That
We
should
got
change it.
steel nipples.
That was a bit better for marketing. They just bought a US steel for $14.9 billion, you guys. So
Yeah.
we got somebody overseas buying a US steel company. Does that
Yeah.
sound like that's good for us?
Yeah, the Japanese based company buying US steel. I'm telling you, it's like again, this doesn't feel like America. Maybe I just don't know what America First feels like. Just maybe MAGA can explain it to us or whatever. Maybe we just don't understand the whole America First thing. Maybe we don't understand the winning. Maybe it's us, Jess. I think
Maybe
it might just be us.
maybe they think first means last or something like that.
Maybe.
Or first to suffer.
I don't know, just because, but like my whole thing, you know, if you ain't first, you last. They can bait. So I don't know, Jess. I don't know, but like the fact is that you're instituting these tariffs, you're impacting the country in multiple ways, and now you have foreign companies buying U.S. based companies.
Hmm.
I don't know, Jess.
We
I don't
losing
know.
everything. It's like
Yeah,
they don't work for America. They just over here. But Hit the like button, you guys. Tap the screen. I'm about to say tap the screen.
Yeah. I think just with that being said, right, the fact that we know that they don't know what America First means, because losing American based companies to international based companies, right? You losing a seat at the G7 because we have a toddler as a leader. Having
He emotional.
a Secretary of Defense saying that he doesn't know if they're going to follow Supreme Court orders while we're on the cusp of potential war. Just, I think it's time for us to lock in.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is how crazy Batman's made Gotham.
Jess, we going to war, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's a Southern thing for anyone who don't know.
That's a who?
That's a Southern thing. Say we going to war, ain't it? Or you getting fired, ain't it? It's a thing. Don't worry about it. Yeah, like Jess, what's that?
We definitely go on the U.S. military planes heading to Europe as fear grows of war with Iran. Okay? Y'all. I know everybody said that he was the president of peace. He'd be the peacemaker and he'd bring peace to the U.S. He said Kamala Harris would be the one to take us into World War III. Every projection is a confession. He was literally, everything he said about Kamala Harris is what he had planned to do.
Yeah.
And look at us now.
Yep. I just like the thing that gets me, right, is this is the Republican playbook. This is absolutely the Republican playbook. Every GW did it, right? But GW did the tax cuts and then instigated war to try to cover up and help pay for the cost of the tax cuts, which ended up sending us into a spiral, right? Causing the housing market to collapse, the banking market to collapse, the airline industry to collapse. And all of those needed bailouts because they wanted their tax cuts and they started two wars. Just, it's the same thing. It's over and over and over and over again. And then you talk about, like, look at who's the instigator, Jess. Look at who's the instigator when you talk about Israel, right? The fact that Israel, Jess, how many countries, do you know how many countries Israel has attacked within the last year? Within 1 year span?
No. I know got
7.
What?
7. Iran makes 7. It's
in the last year?
It's the 7th country that Israel has attacked within a 1 year span.
As Hector would say, Kamala would never, because she'd said, I'm not giving you no more money. We're not giving you no more money.
It's the way, like, just the way that this is set up, the way that they actually do this, the way that it's all a play. It's all a play. It's all cyclical, right? They keep doing these things and inciting these wars, and even more so, I don't know if you saw this. I have this. I haven't necessarily talked about this or put this out.
Fact.
But the fact that they're putting out talking points, like it's a whole thing. They're putting out talking points about, like, how you should or shouldn't respond. It's a whole thing. They're telling, like, the Republican talking heads, like, hey, you need to do da 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 da. You need to say da 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 da, because they're trying to change the narrative, and so it's just the whole thing. So
I can't believe, I didn't even know they attacked 7 different countries within the last year.
Yeah.
And then us providing aid, that only makes us look even worse.
Yep. Just, I'm just wondering, like, Jess, maybe how is this America first? Like, help me understand. I'm legitimately trying to figure out. This isn't putting American citizens first. This is putting soldiers' lives at in danger. How is this America first?
It's not. They knew it was never going to be America first. He didn't say anything. He didn't tell them how he would do anything. He just told them what they. Even when he would lie during the campaign, like the whole thing about, oh, they're not getting any FEMA. They can't get Joe Biden on the line. They're not getting anything. And then the governor would be like, I just got off the phone with Joe Biden. And they wouldn't even care. I'm like, he literally lying right now. Like, what makes you think he's telling you the truth? He's a felon, adjudicated rapist. Like, what about this makes sense? And I'm just really sad because I didn't know a good portion of my country was that fucking dumb. That just ignorant. Whether willfully ignorant, blissfully ignorant, or just dumb. And as I did a lot of research, I realized like over the last 10, 20 years, they have been slowly pulling money back from the Department of Education, not funding it as much. And then when people end up like what we have today, they're like, oh, it doesn't work because you've been taking money from it. You've been slowly defunding it over the years. If anything, we need to put more money into it. Well, like the guy said at Congress, what were we ranked? What were we in 1979? And what she said, we was at the bottom of the totem pole. No, baby, you were. We were number one.
Yeah. No, like Jess, the whole thing is that like this is the playbook. They understand that there's a need to keep the elector uneducated, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you can keep the elector uneducated, then you can actually retain power. And so the only way they can continue to keep this cycle going is through fear, hate, and stupidity. And it's all connected. This is how they keep power. This is how they continue to make money. This is how they continue to actually suppress and get the working class to expand, because it's not about America first, just it's about expanding the working class because they want more workers, they want more rich people. And just I'm sorry, and I'm going to land my plane on this because I feel like we've talked about this kind of throughout the entire thing. Point blank period. I think that they are trying to push us into a war so they can have an excuse to basically print more money.
Yep. So
that's all I got, Jess.
Yeah. So we can, help out the rich folks, they rich friends, because we ain't going to get it. They're going to print it, but we ain't going to see it.
Yep.
We ain't going to see it.
Yeah.
Whew. That's heavy. That's heavy.
It is. It is, Jess. It is. Jess, I want to say, just to kind of, call it here, because I don't want to leave on such a sour note. I will say I have hope for us as a country. I have hope for us as a people. And I think that my hope might have been really ignited by yesterday with Juneteenth. And maybe I'm just still riding off that high of, Black excellence. And
I love it.
And just loving our people. But hopefully things shift for us, Jess.
Yeah, they are. I'm staying in the high vibration, high frequencies. I'm staying in I'm still on the Kamala Harris one timeline.
Yep.
No matter what I read outside my timeline.
Yeah. But anyway, Jess, you know what? Let's call it. Let's get out of here. Let's get out. You know what? It's your birthday. Hey. And we don't want you on this podcast. You gotta go get your free shit, Jess.
Yes,
we're gonna wrap it up so you can go get your free shit.
Thank you. Thank you all for all the birthday wishes. Go ahead, T.
All right, guys. You know what that means. Listen. Thank you for tuning in to the Culture and Chaos podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and join the conversation on all the social medias.
And until next time, you guys, stay curious, stay informed, and don't let the chaos dim the culture. Bye-bye.